Okay, good afternoon. This is a personal message for the students of my friend Harry Krishna, who is a technology teacher at Ilavaram school in, I think it's Guntum in India. And last year we did a project on robotics, and the kids stayed forever asking questions, and it was absolutely brilliant. We had a wonderful time. And I understand that you've been off school for a while and you're coming back to go back to school in September, and obviously with the pandemic and all the chaos that's going on at the moment all around the world, not just in your country and my country, things are obviously going to be, they're going to make you a bit nervous. You're going to worry about going out, you're going to worry about going to be with groups of people again, and you're going to have obviously mixed thoughts of missing your friends, wanting to share memories and get back to school and do exciting things. It's going to be okay. At the end of the day, things are getting better around the world, and there's a whole bunch of good, exciting stuff out there. There are obviously there's an awful lot of negatives with this pandemic. I mean, tens of thousands of people around the world have died. But having said that, it has given the whole of society, the whole world, time to reflect, time to think about how we do things and how we move forwards. And you guys were really keen on the technology side of things, and as we go forwards, technology is going to make life easier, it's going to make life safer. There's going to be a lot of things you can do with it. Obviously we won't have to travel so much. We found out that because we've had to, things like Microsoft Teams and Zoom and Skype and Google Hangouts and all these kind of things have allowed people to stay in touch without actually having to touch and go places. And I've picked up a whole bunch of new and exciting stuff, and I'm going to share some of that with you. We had a new arrival in the lab the other day. This is a PyTop 4, which is like a computing device. It's based on a Raspberry Pi, and it's a tiny little box, and you can do a whole bunch of stuff with this. It will function as a computer, obviously. You've got USB ports, you've got HDMI out, you've got all sorts of stuff you can do with it, and it's a nice piece of kit, and I'm going to be exploring that as we move forwards. And I hope we can share some work on that. Another part of that is this PyTop kit. This is a Explorer kit, and this is designed to, well, it's a foundation kit. This is designed to allow us to do exciting things with the PyTop. So we've got LEDs, we've got ultrasonics, we've got potentiometers, variable resistors, so we can do stuff, and we've got a whole bunch of connections that we can use to make this work with Lego as well. And this connects through to this connector here, plate, which sits underneath the PyTop itself, and we can do some crazy stuff with that. Obviously you saw the robots before. I'm not sure if I had JD at the time. So here's JD. This is the humanoid, and he can do a whole bunch of clever stuff, and I'll be working with him. And the latest robot that came the other day is, this huge box, and I can turn it round. This is Rolly, and Rolly is actually a tracked robot, but as with all the Easy Robot robots. It has a camera, but it has 2 claws, so it can roll around and can claw, pick things up, and do all kinds of things. Now hopefully Mr Krishna is going to let us connect again, and we'll do some more stuff with that. One thing I would like to try and do with you guys is to, if we can connect up with Teams, I can share my desktop and I can let you actually control the robots. So I can put the robots in the lab, set them up so they're ready to run, and then I can connect onto Teams, share my desktop, share the application, and you'll be able to actually drive the robots around, which I think you'll enjoy. The other thing that I wanted to ask is, I'm working on a project at the moment to develop some robots for education. And as such, you and Mr Krishna are probably going to be my customers. You're the people that I need to produce this robot for. And what I would like you to do, if you could put some thought together between now and say September, when you go back to school, if you could put some thought together of what kind of things you would like to see in an educational robot. Now there's all kinds of things that we would need to put into this in terms of thought. We need to produce something that's not going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. We need something which is going to be useful, going to teach you something, and we need something which is not just looking at what we do now, but potentially looking at the future. So there may be other things that we might want to think about, like maybe building some artificial intelligence into it and making it a clever robot, but artificial intelligence in a robot is only as clever as the people that put it in there. So you need to think about what kind of things you would like it to know and like it to be able to do. And on that note, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm going to say thank you for listening. I'm going to wish you all the best, and it's going to be okay to go back to school. I know you missed people. I know you're worried. I know it's been a hard time sitting in isolation at home, in lockdown and things like that, and it's going to be scary going back out again. But you are the future. You young people are the future, not just of your country and your town, but of the whole planet. And what you do going forward is going to affect everybody and is going to affect the whole planet. So take that. I mean, I'm old. I'm really, really old. And I've seen an awful lot of stuff and an awful lot of changes. And if I'd have had the opportunities that you guys and girls have now, I think my life may have been very different. I may have done something really, really cool rather than just play with robots. But it's your future, and you need to be brave enough to face it head on. Get back to school, get back to learning, get back to building the next stage for the world. Okay? Stay safe, and I'll be in touch with you in September. I'm sure Mr Krishna can arrange for a couple of classes for us to come in and do some stuff. So take care. Thank you. Bye.